Hello students, welcome to the third part of the introduction to polar coordinates. Here we are learning relationships between polar and rectangular coordinate systems, and which means that we are going to convert between these two kinds. So to change from polar to rectangular use, um, rectangular form, we use x equals r cos theta and y equals r sine theta, right? So when we use this, it means that the x coordinate, normally the polar coordinates are written as r cos theta and r sine theta, isn't it? So r cos theta is the x coordinate and r sine theta is the y coordinate, and we're conveniently using them to convert from the polar coordinates to the rectangular. So let's look at this first, and we'll take examples and work them through. So here, normally polar coordinates are written as r and theta, isn't it? R is the length or the distance from the pole or distance from the origin, and theta is the angle that is subtended on the x-axis, correct? In the counterclockwise direction. So here now we have the information that r is 2 and theta, the angle, is 11 pi over 6. Now I want your unit circle in front of you, okay? So that will be really helpful. If you want to work with degrees instead of radians, just convert this. This would be 330 degrees, I believe. So, x coordinate would be r cos theta, isn't it? So it means 2 times cosine 11 pi over 6, which is square root of 3 over 2. Because this is going to be in the fourth quadrant, it's positive. So it's just root 3. And y is 2 cos 11 pi over 6, which is a negative half. So 2 times negative half, which is negative 1. So the rectangular coordinates are root 3 and negative 1. So that's how you are processing it through. Okay, so it's the same thing, it's all the same thing. So if you have r as negative 3, it's okay, you're still working with the negatives. So let me take a different color. So r is negative 3 and theta is pi over 4. So x is r cos theta, so negative 3 cos pi over 4, which is negative 3. This is an acute angle, 45 degrees, so it's positive. But there is a negative 3 in the front, so this is what you get. Okay, and same with y. Negative 3 sine pi over 4. 45 degrees is the angle where both sine and cos gives you the same answer. So it is still negative 3 root 2 over 2. So write it in coordinates. Sorry, negative, oh, I wrote it wrong, my bad. So negative 3 root 2 over 2. Negative 3 root 2 over 2. Okay? If we have a negative angle, even then it works. How? You just have to see that negative pi over 6 is negative 30 degrees and it's going in the clockwise direction. So it is here. So this is negative pi over 6, which is similar to 11 pi over 6 actually. So I'm going to leave this question for you. You do this, and so if we come here this time, let's take blue here, it is negative 60 degrees, so it's down here, not so close to the y-axis, but it's somewhere down here. So this is 60 degrees, so it's negative 60 or negative pi over 3. So it's lying in the fourth quadrant. It is same as 5 pi over 3, okay, on the unit circle. So x equals 7 cos 5 pi over 3 You may want to write negative pi over 3, I don't mind, it's still the same. 7, so this is cos 60 is half and it's positive in the fourth quadrant. So it is 7 times half. So you can write this 3.5, I don't mind. And it went to the beginning, my bad. It has its own mind sometimes. Y equals 7 sine 5 pi over 3, which is square root of 3 over 2, but sine is negative. So it is negative root 3 over 2. Okay? So all this combined, you can write it as 3.5 and negative 3.5 root 3. You can write it that way. Okay? Or negative 7 halves and negative 7 root 3 over 2. That also works. However, Math Excel says it. Okay? So that's the that's how you would convert polar coordinates into rectangular coordinates. Okay? Now we are doing the opposite. Here we are converting polar coordinates into rectangular coordinates. Okay? So how do we do that? Oh, sorry, find the polar coordinates of the rectangle, my bad. So I phrased it, I'll rephrase. So we are converting the given rectangular coordinates into polar coordinates. So this is x and this is y, that's what it means. So we are given x and y, and we know pretty well that r is square root of x squared plus y squared. So we would actually use the formula. Please leave the negative out because normally people make a mistake. They write it this way and think it is negative 9. It's not so. When you are squaring the negative, you are actually putting, you're squaring the negative also. So which means it's a positive 9, not a negative 9. So just FYI. So this comes to be 3 root 2. Because 9 plus 9 is 2 times 9, 18. And so that 2 stays inside the root and the 9 comes out as a 3. So how to find the angle? You have done this number of times. Inverse tan y over x, which is negative 3 over 3. Which is tan inverse of negative 1. And that would happen either in the second quadrant or the fourth quadrant, because tan is negative in those two places. So that's what you have to be careful about. So you'll have two answers here in this particular one. Anywhere you might find two answers or not, depending on the situation. But here for sure it is, and also here, yeah, you can look into this. This is in the fourth quadrant. So that means you have to consider fourth quadrant for it. The angles in the fourth quadrant, so not the first quadrant. Okay, so the actual answer for this would be 3 root 2 and 7 pi over 4, which is in the fourth quadrant. It could be 3 pi over 4 also, but the point is lying in the fourth quadrant. That's why. Okay, so likewise, this would be in the third quadrant. And this also in the third. So whatever angle you get, you have to pick that particular angle. And if needed, add 180 degrees for the second and third quadrants. Here 2, 4. Now this could happen in 2 quadrants. Actually no, my bad. It's in the first quadrant only. You will get an acute angle and you're good to go. Okay, it's just 63.43, I guess. So this is how you convert a polar coordinates. No. You are converting rectangular to polar. Okay, rectangular to polar here. And on the top, it is from polar to rectangle. Okay, so this is it. This is a short video. And I'll see you next time with graphs of polar coordinates. Okay, thank you so much for watching. See you.